Coach,
How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Hey, Vivek. Hey,
That's
Tim.
cool.
I'm living the dream.
Yep, this is good, man.
So I've got Coach Nekton up on Riverside now, and I walked him through getting the app downloaded to his iPad. He's gonna do this from his iPad. If you can just move the iPad slightly over so we can see your whole face, Tim. Are you able to see? Do you see half of him right now, or do you see the?
Okay.
I can see everything. I got the whole full frontal, as they say. Yes, this is perfect. I think this
Perfect.
is perfect.
Okay,
Coach, I tracked down Chris Gann. He said he's going to join us.
good.
I
Nice.
haven't spoken with him, I think, since we graduated.
No kidding. But you did.
Yeah,
When did you
yeah,
speak to
yeah.
him?
There going to be some good people. Scheinfeld is in, and Oliver Gratry, Eric
My
Braun.
gosh.
Yep,
Really?
Monty. Yep, yep. And then Steve Martiak, and hopefully Getchell and Bam Bam. Tim, so what's your vision for how we want to do this? So I was planning on live streaming this, and it was going to be live streamed to Facebook. When I interviewed Tim and Beth for Valentine's Day, they talked about visiting you and how fun it was and how great it was to see you. And I just remember you when I was a prep, and I know how much everyone loves you, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to just have everybody on and just chat for a bit and see about live streaming this to see if people want to connect.
Yeah, absolutely. It just is. I had a crazy thing. We go to a church over in Pinehurst, about 10 miles away, and I've seen this guy in the congregation every once in a while. But I know the reason I recognized him was I also saw that he wrote an article in the local newspaper in Southern Pines, and he had an opinion page, and every once in a while, and his picture was with the article, and I never thought anything about it. Then they established that every other Tuesday we have a little men's group that gets for breakfast out of the church, and so the second or third time this guy walks in and he's saying hello to. There were only 3 or 4 of us at that point. We've had about a dozen every single time, but we're only 3 or 4. So he goes around and he comes around behind me and he taps me on the head because I had my water polo cap on, and he says, "Where'd you get that?" And I said, "That's my hat." And he said, "No, where did you get that?" I said, "Well, that's the team I coached." He was silent. He said, "You're Coach Nekton?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh my God." He graduated in 1973. He was a 4-year guy. He was never in any of my sports.
Oh my God.
He had me in the ninth grade prep program, and he remembered me from that. It's gone crazy. We meet every once in a while at church, and we go off at the end and shoot the breeze and that kind of thing. And one of the times we stayed late at our breakfast thing and just shot the breeze about Exeter and dormitories and other faculty members and
Oh my God, it's awesome. That is fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's funny because that's how I remember you, is from Prep Spaz. You call it the ninth grade program, but we call it Prep Spaz.
I was gonna in the early days. Well, I can't remember exactly how long, maybe for 7 or 8 years. One of the faculty members in the science department that had the prep science program that he was teaching would always make sure at some point that he indicated that Nekton was the swimming organisms of the deep sea, much like plankton, except plankton drift and Nekton actually propel themselves. And I get this ton of preps coming over to the pool, running in the pool, even though they were at some other sport. They come in just before they, "Coach Nekton, do you know what you mean?" Yes, I know what my name means. Okay, he's in that section of the science course right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So, Vivek, to answer your question, and Coach, to let you know, we, depending on how many people dial in to be there live, what I thought we would do is have members of the class of 92, since this is, technically a class of 92 podcast, have live microphones, and then everybody else just able to watch and type in questions. And I thought we would do sort of a roundtable to have a conversation with you about a variety of things and just see where it goes. But in true Exeter fashion, none of us will have trouble coming up with questions to ask. But, one of the questions that I had thought would be helpful to ask and maybe to kick things off would be more about your coaching philosophy. And, we're all kind of in our 50s now, and some of us may or may not be coaching or may be coaching in the future. I know I'm exploring a career pivot. And so I thought I might kick things off by just asking you, in your opinion, what makes a good coach, and go about successfully navigating all the challenges that coaching has with it, from, motivation of people on the team, different natural skill abilities, et cetera, et cetera. And then, sort of see how the conversation goes. And if there's ever a dull moment, I would be astonished if there was. I will always be able to jump in and just, kind of ask
Shoot
a question.
another thing at me. Okay. That's fine. I'm loose and easy. It's okay by me.
Oh, good.
Great. So what we'll do is we'll record it and we'll live stream it. Like I said, I was going to live stream it to Facebook page that I have set up called Alumni Pod. So this whole thing that I'm setting up is kind of called Alumni Pod. And I'm just trying to build the infrastructure as we go along. There's a chance I can do it with YouTube too. But yeah, it's kind of all one big experiment under the idea that we're all in all these far-flung places, because Tim's in Houston right now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm in California. You're in North Carolina. We're all over the damn place.
Right.
And it's just fun to be able to connect, and all of us getting together at Exeter is going to be tough.
I love it. It's so much fun. It really is.
Fantastic.
I'll save my comments for later on, but my 45 years were just absolutely spectacular. So, and you'll hear why later.
So
you're going to give me a shout maybe 5 minutes earlier?
Yeah, let me call you 5 or 10 minutes earlier on Saturday just to make sure you're all right.
Okay.
But it's basically this setup, and I actually see you really perfectly well right now.
Great.
So if you want to choose that spot and just keep the lights on above you or whatever. Tim, you look great as always.
I'm going to be on my computer. This is phone. I'll be on my computer. So Sarah Tarrant actually said love, and she is going to be coaching her water polo team. They're playing Exeter on the 19th. So
Really?
she will not make it. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I know, you can't make these things up.
Yeah, one other thing too, Coach. I love the question that Tim posed, but I would also love to hear your story, how you got to Exeter. And what I remember was water polo was kind of a new sport that you kind of brought to New England, right? And helped develop the sport.
All right, I'll talk about that.
Yeah, maybe we can start with that.
It's an amazing story.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I know everyone's excited. I'm so happy this came together. Tim, you're the man. Thanks so much for running with all of this.
It's great.
No, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, you
It is
guys.
fun.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
Saturday.
It's going to be so much fun.
Good.
That's really.
We are too.
Brighten my life up.
On Saturday.
Hell, all of a sudden, 86 years old, I'm going to be 42.
Wow.
You can pull it off.
So, and then you're going to give me a shout, right, on Saturday.
I'll call you.
Okay, good.
I'll call you Saturday morning.
Sounds like a plan. I'm ready.
Right. Okay.
All right,
guys.
Looking forward to it. This is exciting.
forward to it.
Great.
Yep.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.